to my podcast. So today we have a guest named Oswald Mascarenhas, who has experience of more than 2 decades. So fortunately, I have also got the opportunity to work with him in my starting of the career. So let us all welcome Mr. Oswald. So can you brief about yourself and your journey in the IT industry?
Yeah, sure, Abdul. First of all, good afternoon, Abdul, and those who are joined the call, who was listening to me and Abdul. Big hi and very good afternoon to all on this call. Yes, Abdul. First of all, really apologize from my end because you were chasing me for the podcast for a few weeks back. Yes, I had some personal commitments. That's the reason I couldn't be on board. So. What the Ravi Kishan says that jaldi is the late. वो trend हो रहा है ना जल्दी is the late. The
Right,
same
right,
thing for
right.
me. So yes, thank you so much to bringing me on board and trying to be a part of your podcast journey. I hope I'll make it more engaging, getting more insights, my experience, and yes, a lot of the way I am, the passionate I am, the energy which I bring in. I will definitely try to bring in more energy. So as you said that before, you said that I need to describe myself, right,
Yeah,
Abdul? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so I will not make a long story. I'll make it very short. I am a BCom grad, okay, and I started my career. I will go back in the 90s. I started my career as data entry operator. Huh? I was purely
Okay,
data entry operator. Did not know what is computers. I did not know what is 95, Windows 95, 98. But हाँ, आजू बाजू देखते थे लोगों को. I think it's a English conversation, right, Abdul?
right,
So
right,
आजू बाजू लोगों को देखते थे. There are a lot of technical guys are going around. So I also as a small kid, right, teenager, or you can say as a wannabe guy. Okay, what do you have to do? So I also thought, okay, let's leap into a IT career. Then the journey started. So from data entry operator, then a lot of phases came in my life. Then desktop engineer. Then slowly and gradually, I think it's a almighty blessings also, and people like you, the team which I've worked in, along with
right.
every edge of the team who I've worked I'm worked with them. I was so grateful. I got an amazing team. Yes, nothing everything is not amazing. You might have a lot of challenges and all, which
Right.
I'll discuss later on this as the podcast moves on. So yes, now currently I am working for MNC as a cloud architect. So that is my journey from desktop from what do you say data entry operator to a cloud architect.
Okay. So, looking back, what has been the biggest turning point in your career?
There are a lot of things. As I said, now when I'm giving a brief introduction, I said that I saw few people who are techies in my when I was doing a data entry operator. I was very curious. कि क्या हो रहा है? What is that? And people used to come to them only. अरे बाबा इधर. I think
Right,
they were like a भाई भगवान. Everyone is coming to them. What is there? So I had a curiosity what they're doing, and that is the I think that's a trigger point. So I started exploring more on the IT world. Then slowly and gradually, that is my trigger point. If I want to say that, that is my trigger point, which came across to me into come into main IT stream.
okay. So, how has your role changed from being a technical professional to becoming an manager? So, what was the change in that?
See, as a technical guy, you are like a Virat Kohli, right? You are an individual,
Right,
right? But when you become a manager, you're like an MS Dhoni. Okay, I will say that in the way because you're if you're technical, you are only born to your performance, right?
right,
You are not answerable to the bigger picture. When you
correct,
move to I will not say a manager, I will say a leader. I
right,
always thought
lead,
that I always inclined to be a leader rather than a manager. Okay, a
correct, correct.
leader who owns the career of the team members whom they are working for, and I always cherish that. I always put my team members over and above my goals. I think that is the only mantra which have really worked for me.
Okay, good to hear that. So, moving on to our next segment, that is IT industry transformation. So, for this, particularly, you have witnessed more than 2 decades of technology evolution, right? So, what are the biggest changes you have seen in IT?
Okay, that's a good question. See, I've been in the IT industry more than 2 decades now. I've seen a incredible transformation. Okay, incredible transformation during my journey. I think the change. If you ask me, the biggest change was moving from the on-premise to the cloud. Right. So
Right.
if the people are there on the call, if they can go back in the past, earlier what used to happen is that when we wanted a physical server, a damn
Right.
physical server, there could have been a long procurement cycle, right? It used to
Correct.
for a month, for a
Right.
we used to have a capacity planning a year ahead,
Correct.
what we have to
Correct.
procure and
Correct.
all. So yeah, so
Right.
on-premise, shift to on-premise to the cloud, that was an amazing technology, because here now, being a owner of an infrastructure, now you're consuming the service, right? Now
Correct.
you have compute, storage, networking on demand. Right? If you compare the 20 years back, oh, nahi tha. This was nothing.
Right. Right.
We have to
Correct.
wait, we have to wait and wait. Then after the machine is come, then we have to deploy the applications and all. But the infrastructure was itself was a delay to
Right.
provision and infrastructure. So that was one of the biggest change which I saw, and which is still there, right? And after the cloud, because once the cloud has come in the picture, then it has built everything, right? Because if you have a cloud, then you can have an automation, you can have a lot of innovations, you can build your applications on that, right? Whether you talk about a
Right.
microservices or Kubernetes or anything. So that, I think, that is the
Correct.
base, that's the pillar where the transformation really picked up on. Then today, if I compare today, we also have infrastructure as a code, right? We have a DevOps practice.
Right.
What it does, doing is that it creating that impact. It giving a provision. Provisioning is very
Right.
within the minutes now, which was not there early. If we talk about 10-15 years now, you know that IT was only a support, right? Earlier.
Right. Right.
Now
Earlier. Right.
it is in the core of business strategy. IT should be
Right.
aligned with the business outcome, with the business value, with the customer experience, with all the insights, with all the risk management. Then this is the major impact. The support staff of IT, the view of support as an IT has changed to business strategy now.
Correct. Because IT has to be in line with the business to deliver the outcomes, basically.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, moving on to our next question, that is, what technologies do you believe IT professionals should be focusing on in 2026?
First of all, I will tell you that the way that technology has changed. Okay, that that's a different story. The speed, I'm talking about the speed that technology has been evolved is tremendous, right? So now, if I
Right.
talk about not about 2026, I will say that I was reading a Gartner report. So now, in the Gartner report, the Fortune 500 CIOs, they are saying that AI should be in almost every task by 2030.
Okay.
Okay, so AI will be along. Okay, it is not like human. It's not like a AI versus human. It is AI along with human. You getting my point? So
Right.
that
Right.
is the strategy. And if you ask me in particular, what is not about 2020, I will say next 5 years. If you ask me, definitely it will be cloud adoption, cloud architects, cloud administration. These roles are should be there, because cloud is the master technology, right? Right.
Right.
Then will move to AI, because then we will move to cybersecurity, because more the AI are coming in the picture, the more the data is
Correct.
getting sabotaged, right? The risk of the data is more. So that's the reason, guys, you have to more think on the cybersecurity part, right? Then the very important today is data. If you remember, Abdul, we used to take data from the past. For what you used to do? We have to create the report. That's it.
Correct.
आज
Correct.
का जो data है, Baba, that data has transformed so much that it can do a prediction. It can give you an
Correct.
outcome. It can do a predictive analysis,
Analysis.
right?
Right.
So that is the way the professional should think of it. What they want to. These are the four areas which I particular feel that anyone has to scale up on this, continuous learning on this.
Okay. So, do you think that artificial intelligence will replace IT jobs, or will it transform the way IT professional work?
See, honestly, I believe that AI will not replace human beings. Okay, but rather than I also believe that those who are leveraging the AI tools. Okay,
Right.
if I'm using if I'm leveraging AI tools more proficiently than Abdul, yes, Abdul job will be in danger because you have to learn,
Correct.
you have to
Right.
scale yourself. Okay, so there's no fear. There have been layoffs and all around the globe. You might have seen the numbers, 1,25,000, so and so forth. But I assure you, my gut feeling is that those who are curious, those who want to learn, those who want to relearn, those who want to grow, they can survive. Because you imagine when virtualization came in the picture, right? When virtualization was came in the picture, सब लोग बोल रहे थे यार सर्वर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर का नौकरी जाएगा अभी.
No, जाएगा. Right.
देन फिर क्या आया उसके बाद, फिर आया अपना क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग. एवरीवन
Cloud
थॉट अभी
computing.
ऑन प्रेमाइज का जो बंदे लोग का जॉब चला गया, राइट. बाद में क्या
Right.
आया, डेवऑप्स आया. तो डेवऑप्स आने के बाद क्या हुआ, ओके जो ऑपरेशन इंजीनियर का काम चला गया. लेकिन इफ यू सी द ट्रेंड, ओके, द
Right.
रोल हैज द न्यू रोल हैज कम एंड द पीपल हैव बीन इवॉल्व. They have climbed the
Correct.
value chain. Okay, now 20 years back, you would have imagined cloud architect role, would have imagined ML machine learning ops, AI governance, sustainability. Now the buzzword is CAIO. You know that, na? Chief
Right.
Artificial Intelligence Officer. These were not there,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So that gives you evaluation. You have to evolve like a human chain. You have to evolve so that your skills can be enhanced.
Right. Definitely. Basically, whoever it is, they need to enhance their skills to that level so that there will be no impact on their jobs. So AI will be, as we discussed, right? AI will be part of their every means whatever the task they are performing. AI will be there.
I can give a simple, Abdul, if you can permit, can I give one simple example?
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Surely.
See, when I talk about AI and automation, okay, I think when in those days when infrastructure was to get the infrastructure was a challenge, right? Innovation to छोड़ दो फिर. Because infrastructure build करने में इतना time लगा, innovation was a different story. वो तो imagination था. ठीक है. Later on, when cloud came in, cloud computing, then we thought about automation. Okay, automation, the best part of automation is that it is replacing the repetitive task. Get
Right,
me right, right? AI is also what they are doing, they are focusing on the repetitive tasks, like for example, user creation, patching, provisioning of
right, right.
servers for
Correct,
every stage. Earlier they used to has a there was a ticket, right? The ticket and the
correct,
one person used to work, right? And
correct,
that was a stage. Now I will say that digital transformation has moved to intelligent transformation. Now we have a lot of
right,
tools which does a predictive analysis, get self-healed, right? So you should
correct,
know how the AI tools, the workflow works in,
correct,
right? Yes,
correct. We need to understand what exactly, right,
yes,
the automation tool does and what are their workflow, how it functions basically.
yeah, absolutely. And at
So,
the
yeah,
end, is a customer, right? You cannot sell a Maruti, you cannot sell a Mercedes जहाँ पे मारुति से काम हो रहा है.
right, right.
Right?
At the end,
AI
that
is
is
not a
correct.
free. AI has their own tokens and all. They charge you bomb.
Right,
At the end, if
correct,
you don't do the cost optimization, if you don't do correct analysis, AI ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई bomb है. It's a bomb at the end.
correct,
You should
correct,
know
correct.
where to
Definitely.
use the legacy automation and where to use AI tools like your LLMs at mini
Correct.
GPT 4.0, and there are a lot of others tools are there. Okay.
Definitely, definitely. So, how important is automation as we are discussing in terms of right for modern IT service management?
See, honestly, I will tell that it is not nice to have automation IT service management. It is very essential now, right?
Right,
Because the days are gone. Earlier, then we used to user used to raise a ticket. Then we have to we
correct,
then the ticket was assigned. Then we have to do a resolution. Then करते करते
right,
एक ticket का हो जाता था, 10 दिन जाता था. Okay, so that is
right,
not the story. So IT service management needs to be there because now this customer is looking for the availability of service 24/7, right?
correct,
So right, and they are looking for a rapid response. Okay, so yes, I my answer is yes. It's a very essential that every IT service management should be tied up with the automation, with the AI, so that your turnaround time or the satisfaction score. If you have seen in the modern technology, you have a DEX platform, digital
Right.
experience platform, right? So
Correct.
here you're not working on SLAs, you're working on XLAs, right?
Excel is
You are
correct.
tracking
Correct.
the employee satisfaction score.
Correct.
Your KPIs
Correct.
are different. So that is the biggest transformation or
Big
biggest
correct.
change.
Big change.
So here
Right.
the here you cannot tell that okay, the ticket is assigned to that person. He is on leave. ये खत्म हो गया
Right.
कहानी गोली खत्म हो गई
Correct. Correct.
that is gone. So it is very instant, very rapid, and if you don't do it, you will not sustain.
Right. Okay. So, moving on to our next segment, that is of leadership and team management. Okay. So, what is the biggest difference between being a good IT professional and being a good IT leader?
See, if you ask me after spending 2 decades in IT, in the IT world, uh, to, to become a good IT professional, okay, IT professional is what? Okay, so the people out there on the call will agree with me. Those are more techie. Those who have not gone through that transformation of a leader or a manager. IT professional क्या मेरा it is my right. मेरे को ticket assign हुआ है. मैं I will solve that ticket. I put my all my expertise, IT hat and all. I will solve it. Okay, that person is and obviously because his KPIs are only his performance, right?
Right.
When you transform to a leader, you are not only accountable for your progress or your KPIs. You make
Right.
sure that you are taking your team towards a common goal,
Right.
right? So, so what I say is that to be there's nothing like good or bad. Okay, that's only the KPI, only the KRA. What are the roles and responsibilities you are working as an IT professional, and to be a good IT leader, the one thing should be there, which I always say to my team is that empathy. Okay, empathy should be there, trust should be there, respect should be there. Okay,
Right.
no matter tomorrow AI comes after 5 years, there might be some different technology, but the human aspect remains the same, right? I know
Right.
Abdul the way he's not changed because of AI. I have not changed because cloud computing has come in. We are the same, but
Correct.
the empathy part, the trusting part should be there as an IT professional. I'm talking about more about a leader. Okay, leader has to be as a anchor.
Correct.
Okay, to guide the team.
Okay.
Abdul, if you're not able to understand, let me know, please.
No, 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 no.
If I'm going too
No,
far,
no,
let
I
me
will,
know.
no, no, no. I will stop you if there will be any
Yeah,
such right
thank you.
point. Okay. So, how do you manage a team with people having different skill levels, personalities, and expectations?
See, for me, it is like people should be managed. Huh? People should be managed as an individual. Okay, but 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 led as a team. Okay. Uh, if I talk about my personality, Abdul's personality, I know Abdul is not a outspoken guy; he's an introvert guy, right? So I cannot have the same medicine to every individual, right? I
Right.
need to understand. I need to understand the first of all what are the strength of that particular person, what are the weakness of that particular person, what are their aspiration, what are their skill, what the skills they want to develop, right? So that
Right.
is the personality trait a leader should have. Okay. Normally, what happens is that in most of the organizations, I don't blame the organizations, also the culture and all. We have only that relation. Hi, hello. ये हो गया क्या ये काम हुआ क्या that's it
Correct.
we don't the leader don't go beyond that or manage I will tell the manager won't go beyond that. Okay, so
Right.
when you understand a personality, when you understand see you have to bracketize or categorize how are people with my team. I had been working with a lot of team members across. Okay, now being in a MNC company, I have across culture difference in the onshore also. You have to deal with that. Okay, so you have to be sentimental in some way, and you should the expectation should be not like that typical आता ना ये 1 2 3 4 ये करना है नहीं. Expectation should be understanding that individual, what is his personality, what he wants to try to tell you. Don't jump the gun. Listen to the person, have a good conversation, then it will able to solve your problem. I'm not saying that 100% nahi hoga. It will take time, but down the line, or the down the line, the leader and the team will gel together. That is my clear example I can tell you, and you are a part of it.
Right. So, moving on to our next question. So, how do you motivate your team during high pressure situation or major incidents?
First of all, how I motivate is that first of all, I motivate myself. I don't get panic. You know me. I don't get panic because
Right,
if I get panic, then the entire team will
right,
zoom down, right? So as a leader, what you have to do is that understand the first of all, if the occurrence happens, okay, don't go for a blame game. यार क्या हो तूने किया इसने no, cut it off. No blame game. What you have to do is that there should be three C's in your mind when you go for this kind of situation. One is the clarity. Okay, clarity should be there. क्या हुआ? What has happened? Talk about the problem, not the situation and not the person during that time. Okay, that clarity should be there. Second is very, 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 very important is communication. Okay, so what
right,
happens ना normally I've seen I've been that ना starting का 1 घंटे में बहुत communication जाएगा टक 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 everyone से ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है फिर आधे घंटे बाद खामोशी कोई अपडेट ही नहीं कस्टमर भी पैनिक में क्या हो एंजाइटी में क्या हो रहा है व्हाट इज हैपनिंग so communication में I always tell my team now also over communication is better than no communication.
right,
Have that communication. These are the two C's. The third one is very, very important is the confidence in your team. You should always motivate the team. Boss ये तो छोटा है हमने पहले भी solve किया बड़े बड़े. So that gives you confidence in the team. Okay यार मेरा leader भी हमारे साथ और and anything happens you don't leaders shouldn't panic. You should tell the team
right,
that boss you do your work. If anyone sir you might have seen that sir वो बंदा मुझको पूछ रहा है क्या हो गया ये पूछ I used to tell boss जो भी आपको पूछ रहा है come to me I will answer it. You do your work because if everyone like a लगान टीम की तरह भागेंगे तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला है.
right. So, moving on to our next question, that is, uh,
Sorry.
what do you prefer? Means people management or technical knowledge, which is more important for an IT leader?
I think the combination of both is very deadly. Is I always believe that the problem with the I've worked with super expert guys, super expert IT guys and all. Okay, but the problem is that when there is any situation when there's a need an explanation to give it to the customer, I don't know what they falter completely. They falter. Okay, so you need a person who has the technical acumen, okay, and who can communicate very well with the customers.
Right,
That is very, very important if you're coming to a ladder or coming to a stage that we are managing a team, you're managing a customer and customer strategizing with the customer in there because I never ever said that we are a vendors, we are always a partner for
right,
the client, right? So you should work as a partner along with that. And yes, IT technical. I'm again saying that a person who is a very technical guy is only bond to his own work area, right? Uh, he's only questionable for his performance. Okay, I would say I'll just give an example. Okay, the way I do it is that if I have a junior engineer, okay, or a YP, we say young professionals, okay. So what used to do, I used to align a senior guy along with him, so that that person who is a senior guy will able to start with the mentoring, coaching, and the junior guy can be confident along with him, working with him because he knows that okay, once the senior guy is along with me, if anything goes wrong, he is there to support me, and this person indirectly gets into the transformation as a lead, as a coacher, as a mentor. So that is the strategy you should use to answer this kind of questions. By the way, Abdul, you have I don't know where you got this question from. It's lovely questions, huh? Appreciate.
thank you, thank you. Let us move to our next segment, which is of challenges and lessons during your journey. So, okay. So, what has been the most challenging project or situation in your career?
Above that are a lot of things in my career. Okay, I will tell you only two things which is coming in right now in my mind. I was in X company, okay, and I was outsourced guy. You know what is outsourced guy? Third party guy.
Right,
Okay,
correct.
so so I was very keen on networking those days, CCNAs and all, right? You know the CCNAs,
Yeah,
CCNP, network
right,
professionals exams and all. Okay, So I been in the third party guy for 1 year and all. So this organization has a what do you say, a process to make an good employee on the payrolls
Okay.
after a 10-year period. Okay. So
Okay.
I went to my boss that time, and he's told me that you have to give two papers, CCNP का दो पेपर दो, फिर हम सोचते हैं. Okay.
Okay.
So then I thought that sochte then okay, because see, ultimately 1.5 year is too much, is too good time to know a person, not in technical attitude also. Attitude matters.
Right.
Okay. So he said that I'll give you 2 3 months, give me give the two papers, and I will think of it. You won't imagine. I went for first exam of CCNP. Okay. I went to Bandra जब वहाँ पे सेंटर था. ठीक है. I went to the
अच्छा.
exam. पहला पेपर फेल, लग गए लंका. घर पे आ गया, बेटा 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 मैं क्या करूं. तो मैं सोचा, फिर उन दिनों में चक दे पिक्चर चल रहा था, चक दे. तो चक दे पिक्चर आपने
शाहरुख.
देखा रहेगा, तो टीवी अभी जो है कॉल पे उनको भी समझ में आएगा. वो चक दे पिक्चर में ना, जब जब उन लोग फाइनल्स में पहुंचती है, द गर्ल्स गोज ऑन द फाइनल.
Right.
वहां पे उनका जो रहता है ना, वो सुकी लाला बंदा, उनको बोलते हैं ना, हम
हाँ.
लोग तुम्हारे दही कड़ी चावल बहुत याद आ रहे हैं. ही
याद
सेज
आ रही
वन
है.
वर्ड, हारना नहीं है, हारना नहीं है.
Right.
तो आई टुक दैट एज माय मोटिवेशन. फिर मैंने 4 महीने में 4 पेपर दे दिए. देन दैट डे दैट मुझे बोलना ही नहीं पड़ा, मेरे को ले लो, वो खुद ही ले लिया. मतलब दैट इज द चैलेंज यू शुड एक्सेप्ट. फेलियर्स विल बी देयर, फ्रीडम, यू शुड एंजॉय द फ्रीडम ऑफ फेलियर. हार नहीं मानना है. That is the
Right.
one challenge. The second challenge was the amazing challenge I will always cherish in my life, is that I was called to save and deal. Okay, that was a terrible experience. Okay, there was one of the major financial institution wherein they never outsource a quality vendor. Okay, they had their
Okay.
own local vendors, and the team and the user were very comfortable with the local vendors. Suddenly the CIO thought that nahi, nahi, our organization is a very good organization, we should have a quality vendor. Okay, so they outsourced to
Right.
one of the organization. And that organization, the person who was managing that account, he doomed. It was a mess. Okay. Then I don't know, someone told me that you have to go and you have to make sure that this is the account you have to go. The first day I went, I was introduced in the front of CIO, in the front of the VP, and in the front of the application guy, the leader. Okay, I went, my boss introduced, this is so and so. Then the CIO asked me, okay, that's fine, 2 months for you. If you don't clear the mess, if you don't do the damage control, you're out. And I'll make sure that the organization of yours is also out from this. That was really took me, यार. मैं पहले दिन आ गया, everyone is bombarding me, आपको करना ही है. अरे बाप रे, ऐसा क्या हो गया? Then that really changed my entire mindset. It was mindset. And the worst thing is that टीम तो हमारे बाप रे लाजवाब धुरंधर थे सब. ये लगान टीम थी, लगान. एक बॉल, एक इंसिडेंट के पीछे सब जन भागते थे. अरे बाप रे, it was a tough day यार. I don't know, मतलब I really thankful the team which was stood by me यार. बहुत झगड़े होते थे हमारे, इतने झगड़े, बाप रे. But that account, people still remember, client also still remember that yes, these guys were there who really showed up. Because the problem was that, like, the people on the call, it was like this. हार्दिक पांड्या ने मुंबई इंडियंस का कैप्टनसी लिया है, समझो वैसा है, और पूरा स्टेडियम में बू बू हो रहा है. वैसा हमारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हो गया था. every user was telling, नहीं नहीं, these guys are नकारा, उनको कुछ नहीं आता है, इनको कुछ नहीं आता है. from that from a downfall to making sure that same account, I think they did renewal twice, right,
Right.
Abdul? They did
Yes.
twice the
Yes.
renewals. And my team members are in their payrolls, guys. If you're listening on the call, the team members, they once said these guys are nothing. They nakara, they don't know anything. They are in the payroll of the client as of now. I don't know, Abdul, someone has joined from that same team in this call, but hats off, my salute to them. They have made it so well. Thank you, everyone who's there on the call from that particular account who made it.
Okay. Let us move to our next question. So, tell us about a professional mistake that taught you an important lesson.
प्रोफेशनल मिस्टेक इज ओनली वन थिंग, अपने आप को सुरमा मत समझो, डोंट सब अपने आंख पे मत लो, डोंट टेक इट टू योरसेल्फ। In the early days of a career, I was a techie guy, so I thought that it was, my intention was good, okay, it's not a bad intention. I thought that, okay, I will do a decision, I will be a front end doing IT or a resolution of the whatever tickets which has come in, and the team was sidelined. I realized that, but intention was purely good. So never ever try to hijack or try to uh, be empowerment to the team. Okay, so if you are leading a team, make sure that you have that trust with the team. You dedicate something, or you delegate something to the team, so that it's a equal what do you say, emphasize, or a forum, so that you can work. So don't ever try to solve each and every problem. That's the biggest mistake, and hope the people in the call also will learn that.
Right. So, how do you handle pressures when management and business user expect immediate solutions?
See, first of all, we are not serving Maggie जो 2 मिनट में बन के हो जाएगा, right? Immediate solution तो होता ही नहीं है, मतलब, to be very honest with you. Okay, so my approach is simple. Before I said, stay calm, communicate frequently. That is the main thing, and focus on facts rather than emotions. Okay, during
Right.
this kind of situation, and don't panic, first of all, and make sure that you're giving a clarity not to yourself, even to your team, so that they can concentrate on solving the problem. All right, and if you are a leader, if anyone in the call is a leader, make sure that you are front-ending the management. Okay, I don't know, I'm not a techie guy. You don't have to be a techie guy. You should understand the business. You have to understand what is the impact. Okay,
Right.
no one is going to ask you, okay, cloud में app function का problem है, so or there's the application gateway. No one is going to expecting you. The SME can give a further root cause. You also have a root cause, right? So आराम से you can
Right.
have a root cause. But yes, what is happening, you should know. That person should know what is happening and should front end.
Okay. So, what is the one lesson from your career or experience that you wish you had learned earlier?
Yeah, as I said that, not only focusing on solving the technical problems. Okay, you should also have a communication. Your alignment should be there. There should be a change management. Bring people together, so that communication and a circle of trust is there within the team.
Okay. So, let us move to our next segment, that is a future of IT and career advice to the new people who are there, sir. We call them Gen Z specifically. Okay. So, what do you think the IT workplace will look like over the next 5 years?
I think the next 5 years change. Okay, the next 5 years, the way the workplace is transforming, will be transforming in the next 5 years. That I have never seen in the last 10 years. That transformation, the way the technology has evolved, it's a huge, tremendous way it has been evolved. Okay, if you talk about the next 5 years, definitely it will be AI. Okay, which is going to transform, which is going to which is going to replace a lot of job roles. I'm talking about jobs. I'm talking about job roles. Huh? I'm not talking jobs. Okay, so job roles will definitely will be changing. Okay, then apart from that, there will be a kind of two parallel ways. One is the autonomous AI will work, and then there will be human plus AI working together. So that is the way I look, or the way I vision in the next 5 years.
Okay. So, which skills should your young IT professionals develop today to remain relevant?
I think there are four which I think now is one is the AI, one is the cloud adoption, the cloud technologies. Then is definitely cybersecurity. Okay. Then comes in your automation, and the last is very important, is data. Data is a new oil. Data is everything now, because right, what does Amazon does, what are the predictive analysis is happening, what is you, before you log in, Abdul, in Amazon, the Amazon guy knows what is your wife's preference, right? You don't know what
Right.
is wife preference, they know what is wife preference, yeah. So और क्या चाहिए?
Because of data, right?
Data analytics, your Power BI dashboards, वो सब अभी visualization, AI has taken you another level of dashboard visualizations. Yeah, yeah. If you're using that
Correct.
tool, you will astonish the way it has been coming up. So important is these are the four. Make sure who's listening to me, try to focus on this. This is very important. Not in the next 5 years. I will tell you next 10 years at least. It will.
Okay. So for someone starting their career in IT, should they focus on technical skills, certifications, or communication, as you said, or they must have the business understanding or business knowledge, we say?
So Abdul, I will break up this question in three layers. Okay. So I will frame like this: if you are just a young professional, or in the sense you are just a campus hiring, or just starting a career in IT, I will say that focus on definitely it is a certification. Okay, the knowledge you want to know. Okay, and when you climb the ladder with a mid level person, so I will say that your focus should be more on practical rather than certification, because the more the hands on you have in the particular technology, so your certification be relevant, and that will
Right.
give you business value, not to yourself, not to the organization, but to the customer you are working for. Okay, and the last level is the senior level or the IT leadership level is definitely a communication. You have to strategize, you have to understand the customer pain, you have to be a advocate. You say, when you say advocate of the client, to discuss with the organization within, right? So that is the three layers which I think that one should focus. Certification in today's AI driven, if I talk about AI driven, 30% is certification, 70% is practical hands on.
Right. Okay. So, what advice would you give to an engineer who wants to become an IT leader, or how much experience they must gain, particularly to before they become an IT leader?
See, nowadays, not nowadays. I think it's a kind of a myth. The IT person will always be what do you say, valued because of his expertise, right? The technology expertise, the way he solves
Correct.
the problem, the way he brings
Mm,
that value. Okay, a
mm,
step ahead. That will really matter. The second is that. Uh, getting towards a manager role, I would say that before trying to vision yourself as a IT manager, try to vision as yourself a leader. That will give you more accountability, more value, because when you become a leader, see, manager and leader, there's a huge difference in a manager leader. Okay, remember one thing. Okay, leader is a person who really think of your outcome. कि मेरा
right.
टीम ही काम नहीं करेगा तो मैं क्या करूं, मतलब you should have that kind of a leader mindset. You should motivate your team, you should give them opportunities, you first of all give them freedom of failure. Let them make mistakes. That is the way I used to do it. If you're making a mistake is okay, you will make a mistake. The person who works makes a mistake,
Mm,
but make
correct.
sure that you don't repeat that mistake. My only funda, mistake किया, move on. You learn from that, KB ऊपर knowledge document बना दिया, ये गलती हुआ, let's move on. Don't grudge, or don't think over it. Overthinking kills. Okay, move on. So that kind of a person you have to become, if you want to sway away from a technical person to a manager or leader.
Okay. So, what role will AI or cybersecurity and automation will play in the next generation IT leaders?
See, first of all, the IT leaders. Okay, IT leaders won't be defined by the technology they manage. मेरे पास सब कुछ है, but what is the outcome I'll get, right? What is the value I'll bring to the customer? What are the value I'll bring to the organization, right? See, there are a lot of people in the market, they have done a lot of certification. I've taken a lot of interviews. They have done the certification, but when you ask the question from the business standpoint of view, from the rationalized point of view, from the problem solving point of view, they will not able to answer, because that's a बोलते हैं ना वो theory पढ़ा है और वैसा
Bookish
एग्जाम
knowledge,
दिया है.
you say.
हाँ.
Bookish knowledge, you say.
So you have to be really thinking on the problem solving skills. which you will only get in the hands-on, or on the experience you come into it. See, they will see when you say about AI, cybersecurity, automation, that all needs to combine together. मतलब मंथन हो के business value आना चाहिए उसका, right? Because everything is evolving. When you talk about cloud, see, cloud was the base. वहां से सब चालू हुआ है. Okay, that was the foundation wherein we started adoption. We started thinking of innovation. We started thinking of deploying the applications within split seconds of Kubernetes आया, फिर Dockers आया. Because
Correct.
earlier it was not there. It might be there, microservices were there, but it was not so rapidly growing. If you guys go to the past, if you see the trend, cloud after cloud, everything has shaped up.
Right. So, moving on to our next segment, that is for cyber security. So, in current scenarios where, right, this hacking and everything is in process. So, what exactly, right, whether it is client or any company, they have to do in terms of, right, saving themselves from the cyber attacks.
So Abdul, so what is the question now? So you asking what are the ways we can prevent?
Correct.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Okay, see, it's very simple. Okay, first of all, your data has been exposed. Forget about the organization. Even your mobile number, your data is been sabotaged, is been hijacked. Everyone is using your my number, your number. There are a lot of things happening over there.
Right.
The only thing is that how education, right? The education is a very much important part, because that's the reason most of the company does training group. Mandatory trainings are there, right? For AI, what to do, what not to do. Even in your social media also, what you have to post, what you have not to post, everything is channelized. If an organization is what do you say, a sensitive organization, or it's very compliant kind of an organization, they will always make sure that your first threat is not a data, is the employee who's working on that
Right.
data. So he needs to be trained. So that is a reason a lot of companies are taking a lot of investing. I think they're investing a lot of training material only to make sure that your employees are well trained. They know before sending the data or pushing the data here and there. They have been trained what should be. Even I think this is, I'm giving a small example. Even your documents have been labeled, right? Public,
Right.
confidential, and still people, they don't understand what the difference is. That's the reason. If you see now, if you capture a trend from last 7 years, which I was going to Gartner, the investment in the employee is humongous. Even I think AI has taken the major piece. Every employee of the organization, whether he is a procurement guy, whether he's a financial guy, उसका ना आईटी से लेना ना देना, बल्कि उसको एआई ट्रेंड होना ही है. Getting my
Right.
point? So you have
Understood.
to train your team members. You have to give the awareness how it is. See, when you talk about hacking, see, hackers, what they do is that hackers are, see, I will not go to the organization hacking. I will go you, even there are a lot of videos goes on that this kind of fraudulent happens. Still we get in the prey, right? There's a, see, the more you get trained, the more the hacker gets smarter. So you need
Right.
to follow the trend. What is happening? You have to be updated in the sense, Abdul. What is happening in the entire space ecosystem? What is happening in the other organization? There are a lot of reports which comes in. You should know that.
Right.
Awareness. The awareness is major learning point over here.
Correct. By this new law also, right, which has came now for the DPDP Act 2026, it is very much in terms of it is related to the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. So it will be everything. It has to be done by each and every organization, and everyone has to be
Yeah.
compliant with that by this. I think so. They have given the timeline for next year or the mid of the year. Everyone has to complete that. That as well.
even the even the client which is getting on board to the channel partner or a partner, they are make sure that this company understands they are compliant, they are ISO or the 27,000 certified. You know that the list goes on and all. Then only they
Correct.
trust, because you cannot give the data, right?
Right.
As it is.
Yeah. So let us move to our last segment, that is for rapid fire round. So we have small set of questions here. So let us move for that. So
Rapid fire like Karan Johar.
so
Okay, yeah, I'll try. I'll try to be more rapid and more fiery. It's
right.
okay.
Okay.
I'll try my
So
best.
okay.
Is
So
there any question, Abdul? Before sorry,
yeah, yeah.
before going to rapid fire, is any question has come up in this chat or anyone is asking
No, as
something?
such now, no questions as of now. We will take the questions if they will be there in last segment,
Yeah,
and
sure.
we'll
Okay, okay,
close
fine.
that. Okay. So we'll start the rapid fire round. Cloud or on premise?
Hybrid.
AI or automation?
Automation with AI tools.
Technical skills or leadership skills?
Techno functional skills.
ITIL or agile?
I think I will go with agile because because today's world, lot of application deployment they don't need a waterfall. They definitely need agile.
Okay. So work from office or hybrid?
हाइब्रिड सिंपल ऑफिस में जाके चेहरा तो दिखाना है बॉस को यार क्या भूल जाएगा वो भी फिर वो बोलेगा कि भाई तू किधर था अप्रेजल के टाइम पे
Okay. So one technology you cannot live without.
क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग because that's the foundation of everything, right?
Right.
That's the foundation of everything for AI as well as for automation, for collaboration and innovation. That's the my take is cloud. Is anyone is there who has a different say for that? Can put in their comments on the chat.
Yeah. Okay. So one technology every IT professional should learn.
Should learn, I would say, is mandate now to learn is AI because
Yeah.
AI is a new electricity in the digital
Right.
world. So guys, start learning. अगर वो बोलता है ना वो that वो बोलता है ना मम्मी हमको पिलाती थी ना वो कड़वा बोलता है ना घूट दवाई देता कड़वा दवाई
Right.
उसकी
Right.
तरह पी लेना अभी वो
Okay.
काढ़ा
So
काढ़ा
one
कड़वा काढ़ा रहता है ना
kada,
काढ़ा की तरह पी लो
kada. Right. Okay. So one career mistake people should avoid.
one career mistake one career mistake that's a good question हाँ waiting for the company to manage your career. Don't wait for the company to manage
Right.
your career. Upskill, learn, outgrow, be curious, understand things, understand the way the technology is moving on.
Okay. So one person who influenced your professional journey.
I would say there are two person in my life. They have influenced my journey, and I always believe that you should have a hard master in your life. The leader should be a hard master because I have learned from these two guys. They made my life hell, but at the same time, they gave me uh, enhanced growth, enhanced freedom, and they really changed my mindset.
Okay. So your one piece of advice for the next generation of IT professionals.
To the Gen Z,
Yes. To the Gen
भाई
Zs.
Gen Z को मैं क्या एडवाइस दूंगा I should take advice from them यार these guys are incredible यार these guys are amazing hats off to them is any if any Gen Z is there on the call boss you're the man you're the guys but yes as you said that the question I will answer your question respect your question be curious and come out of the comfort zone be curious because the more you become curious because the more you learn your growth is there your future is there so be curious learn
Okay. So after 20 years of your IT experience, if you could go back to the beginning of your career and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
I think I will give you two pieces of advice. One advice, one mistake that was a formal mistake. Don't try to become a Superman and to solve every problem by your own self. Communicate with the team and start working with the team. Second is that don't use the same medicine to every bimari. Okay, because you
Right.
have different culture of team member, different mindset, different skill set, different demographic, the way they come from the family background and all. So make sure that as a leader, as a manager, make sure that you don't give the same medicine to everyone. Listen to them. Be a good listener. When you become a leader, you have to be ये कान खुले रखने चाहिए. You have to listen, and then only jump to the conclusion. So that is a two piece of advice.
Okay. So only one last question. We will keep it in Hindi basically, so that the audience who are right, who doesn't have fluent English, or don't understand that. So let us give them advice to start of the career, whether it is IT or any career they want to take. Right? What exactly the steps they need to follow. Let us keep it short for 4 to 5 minutes, or anything that is there. You can say in Hindi, so that they will be able to understand that what are steps they need to do once they finish their, whether we say schooling or college, anything that is there.
Okay. So the question is that okay. So I have to tell them what exactly
Correct.
they can. Okay, understood, understood. So I have to talk in Hindi or it's a English
हिंदी
चलेगा
हिंदी
ना?
हिंदी हिंदी इट
Hindi.
विल बी बेटर, सो दैट
Okay.
जो ऑडियंस को नहीं समझ में आता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ, राइट, वी हैव सर्टेन ऑडियंस वेयर, राइट, दे विल नॉट बी कंफर्टेबल इन टर्म्स ऑफ टू अंडरस्टैंड इन इंग्लिश, तो हिंदी उनके लिए थोड़ा सा मतलब बेटर होगा अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए, या
Okay. So तो yeah, thanks Abdul. I will yeah try to speak in Hindi. तो मैं एक ही कहना चाहता हूँ कि सो द ये फर्स्ट पहली बात तो भेड़ चाल से बाहर आ जाओ. ओके. दूसरी बात, आईटी इज आईटी सिर्फ आईटी कंपनी के लिए नहीं रहा है. आईटी इज योर आईटी इज यूज एज अ एज इन सब इंडस्ट्री में यूज हो रहा है वो. ओके. तो वो सब इंडस्ट्री में यूज हो रहा है. एंड ट्राई और अपने आप को ऐसा मतलब यू अपने आप को इतना फोकस रखो कि सी एवरीवन हैज देयर ओन कैपेबिलिटीज. आप सबको अपना अपना ये है, उनकी कैपेबिलिटीज है. तो मेरा एडवाइस ये रहेगा कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल भेड़ चाल पे मत चलो. ओके. आपको अपनी ताकत, आपको अपनी अपनी वीकनेस पता होता है. ठीक है. तो जो दिल से जो आए, ओके, दिल से जो आए उसी को ही करना. मेरा एग्जांपल था कि मुझे आईटी में जाना था. तो इट वाज केम फ्रॉम माय हार्ट, आई वांटेड टू गो. ना कि किसी को देख के यार अब्दुल जा रहा है, ये फलाना ढिमका जा रहा है, मैं जा रहा हूँ. आप गिरोगे, मुंह के बल गिरोगे. ओके. जहां भले ही वहां पे पैसा ना हो, चलेगा. योर सेटिस्फैक्शन, पैसा सी इट्स लाइक दिस कि अगर आप सेटिस्फाइड हो वॉट जो भी आप कर रहे हो, आप सेटिस्फाइड हो, तो पैसा अपने आप ही आएगा. इट विल टेक टाइम, पर वो मतलब डिले नहीं है. ओके. इट
राइट,
विल कम, इट इज नॉट अ डिले. एंड ट्राई टू बी प्रैक्टिकल. ओके. कल उठ के मुझे नासा का साइंटिस्ट बनना है, बड़ी बात है, अच्छी बात है, सलाम, सोच पे सलाम. लेकिन उसके लिए जो मेहनत है, उसमें आप रेडी हो क्या? राइट. वो
राइट,
उसकी उसकी तैयारी होनी चाहिए. आप भले ही बॉलीवुड के हीरो बनो, मतलब आप ऐसा ड्रीम बताओ कि सामने वाला हंसना चाहिए, ऐसा ड्रीम करो, चलेगा. लेकिन उसमें हिम्मत भी होनी चाहिए भाई, कन्विक्शन होना चाहिए. हाँ, मैं कर सकता हूँ, मेरे में है वो. दैट शुड बी देयर. दैट वो पैशन बोलता है ना, जुनून चाहिए, जुनून. ओके. नाउ स्टिल नाउ आई थिंक पीपल आर देयर इन द कॉल, दे आर स्टिल लर्निंग. अभी भी हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं आईटी. मुझे लगा था कि ग्रेजुएशन के बाद बस हो गया. नहीं. वी आर देयर बिकॉज ग्रेजुएशन के बाद मैंने फिर एमबीए किया. सो आई स्टार्टेड. वो अपने तरफ से होना चाहिए, वो दैट शुड बी इनबिल्ट. नो वन शुड टेल यू. राइट. अभी वही बोल रहा हूँ कि इफ यू टेल मी व्हाट इज अ गुड आईटी प्रोफेशनल, मैं वापस आईटी में आ रहा हूँ. जैसे एग्जांपल, गुड आईटी प्रोफेशनल, एवरेज आईटी प्रोफेशनल में क्या होता है? बहुत सारी डिफरेंसेस होती है, आपको समझ में आ जाता है. एक गुड आईटी प्रोफेशनल ओनरशिप लेता है. वो नहीं बोलता है कि ये प्रॉब्लम आया है, कौन करेगा. वो ओनरशिप लेता है. दूसरी चीज ये है कि अ, एक तो बात हुई ओनरशिप की. दूसरी होती है कि उत्सुकता. ये चीज क्यों नहीं हो रही है, क्यों नहीं हो रही, कैसे नहीं हो रही है. कभी अपने बच्चों को देखे, छोटे छोटे बच्चे लोग को, वो कुछ ना टॉयज के साथ खेलते रहते, घुसाते रहते, करते. वो उत्सुकता होनी चाहिए, वो पैशन होना चाहिए. हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, बस हो गया यार, अभी हो गया, एज हो गया. नहीं. एज है ना, जो आई डोंट वांट टू बिकम अ मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर नाउ. ये सब इसका खेल है. एज. आपको आपको बनना है, बस वो करना ही है वो. तब जाके सक्सेस तो छोड़ो, सक्सेस तो दूर की बात है, लेकिन उसके पीछे जो एफर्ट है वो तो डालो. और अभी if I talk about the Gen Z, I think you are the blessed जनरेशन. आपके पास सब सहूलियत है. डेटा है, गूगल है, जेमिना है, को पायलट है, ये पायलट सब कुछ है आपके पास. आपके पास प्लेटर में है. होता है ना, बुफे
Right.
में ज्यादा खाना भी रहेगा तो प्रॉब्लम है, वैसा हो गया है. तो यू हैव टू पिक, यू हैव टू चूज. एंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम टेलिंग यू, बी क्यूरियस, बी अ गुड लर्नर, एंड ऑलवेज फोकस ऑन ग्रोथ. दैट इज माय क्लियर एडवाइस. नो मैटर आप अकाउंटेंट भी हो, अगर आप फाइनेंस में हो, मगर वो अपने अपने क्षेत्र में, if you are learning, if you are performing one next than the other team member. मैंने जो बोला था आपको, AI will not replace jobs. AI will replace job roles. AI will replace the person besides you जो आलसी है. वो AI के बारे में टूल्स यूज ही नहीं कर रहा है जहां पे आप यूज कर रहे हो. दैट इज ओनली, मतलब वही वही एक डिफरेंस है. दैट्स ऑल.
Right.
और लास्ट है कि जिंदगी जियो. और जेंजी और एक चीज है कि रेकलेस स्पेंडिंग मत करो. जिंदगी EMI मत बनाओ. डोंट स्वाइप फॉर एनीथिंग.
Right.
ओके. आई होप आई टेकन मोर 4 to 5 minutes. Abdul, sorry for that.
No, no. So we have one question, right, from one of the members, right, one of the audience. From he's saying that how do you manage a senior team member who has a difficult or frequently disagrees with you and other team members?
Okay. The first of all, thank you for this question. Okay. uh, First of all, I want to know from that person who's asked the question. Okay. I'm not don't worry, I'm not putting on the spot. जिसके साथ प्रॉब्लम होता है ना, मतलब इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सबसे बेस्ट क्या होता है, एक लंच डिनर. लंच
Right.
team lunch, team dinner. I have been lot of, I've taken my people, but I'm not praising myself. That's a part of my role. That's a part of my personality. I
Right.
always see, when you work for 9 to 5, you only know the professional side of a person. You don't know the personal side of the
Perfect.
personal trait of a person. I always, when I had a difficult person to work with, he was never ever with my priorities. He was always resistant to change. My best was that I used to ask him, I used to talk to him. We used to go for lunch, or we used to go for dinner, not with him. Huh? So ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए भाई ये अकेला क्यों आ रहा है. Take out with the team members. Then you start talking with them within the circle. You come to know कि फिर आपको क्या होता है, मेन क्या होता है मालूम है. The problem is that ना, we we do, there's a lack of communication. और लैक ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन जब बढ़ जाता है ना, फिर जजमेंट चालू हो जाता है. ये बंदा ऐसा ही है, ये बंदा, फिर हम लोग स्टीरियोटाइप हो जाते हैं, ये बंदा ऐसे ही है, ये बंदा ये नहीं, हाँ ना ही बोलेगा, ना ही बोलेगा. तो टू टू फेस दैट पर्सन, व्हाट यू डू, फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट, कम्युनिकेट, अंडरस्टैंड विद हिम. कम्युनिकेट मतलब सबके सामने मत करो भाई क्या हो गया, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. वन टू वन डिस्कशन. व्हेन यू हैव अ वन टू वन डिस्कशन, सीधा प्रॉब्लम पे अटैक मत करो. अंडरस्टैंड. इफ इज अ जूनियर गाय, अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या, हाउ इज लाइफ, हाउ इज गोइंग, हाउ आर थिंग्स विद यू, हाउ है फैमिली, कैसा चल रहा है, हाउ इज लाइफ. सो यू कम टू नो ना कि भाई उससे घर पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगा. समथिंग मेंटल आजकल, मेंटल हेल्थ इज अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम नाउ डेज, राइट. और मेंटल सिकनेस कितना होता है. तो यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड, और एम्पैथी होना चाहिए. यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड द पर्सन, बोलते हैं ना, उसके शूज में रख के समझना चाहिए, बॉस इसका क्या प्रॉब्लम है, क्यों वो ना बोल रहा है, क्या है उसका प्रॉब्लम. होप आई एबल टू आंसर यू. ऑल टेक्नोलॉजी गाइड 5947, राइट, वही है ना.
Yeah, yeah. He's the one. Okay. So let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes, or else we'll conclude. If there are any questions, you can drop it off. Right. I've completed my set of questions. So anyone has any questions, you can drop it, or else we will conclude this podcast. Let us
Yeah, please.
allow them for a 1 or 2 minutes time, or else we'll conclude this.
Yeah. So before we conclude, I would say thank you, Abdul, once again, for getting me on board for this lovely podcast. It was a beautiful experience for me, because the questions were very good, and it was apt to the current situation. I really appreciate that. And I know it's a 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon. I really really appreciate the person who has joined the call. Normally संडे के दिन नॉन वेज बनता है घर पे, खा के नींद आती है, लेकिन अब्दुल ने 3 बजे का कॉल रखा है। एंड आई रियली अप्रिशिएट दोज़ हू आर ऑन द कॉल। यू
Right.
यू केम फॉर मी, you came for me and Abdul for both, yes, definitely. And you listen to me, my blah blah, my something you might have taken aback, some experience, some kind of a learnings which I have given to you in this conversation. Thank you so much. I am always available, guys. If people who know me very closely, I am a 24 cross 7 kind of a person who always there for my team or anyone who needs my professional help.
Let us close this. Okay. Thank you, Oswald, for sharing your experiences, leadership lessons, and valuable insight with us. It was a pleasure having you on podcast.
And I really apologize for delaying this schedules from the past. I
No
really
worries,
enjoyed.
no worries,
I
no
really
worries.
enjoyed.
No.
Thank you so much. Chalo, guys, take care. Do well. And be fantastic, be curious, be happening, guys. And AI है तो सब कुछ है। पहला योगा था, सब होगा, योगा
Yoga
से
से
होगा,
yoga.
योगा से होगा, एआई से रिटायरमेंट होगा।
AI से सब कुछ होगा.
सब कुछ होगा। चल बाय गाय, बाय गाइस, टेक
Okay.
केयर।
Thank you, everyone. Okay. Let us close this. Okay. Thank you, everyone.